So if you work in the battery industry, you know the frustration. You're dealing with loads of testing data from different formats because we're tested at different testing house or from different cyclers. And you are ending up of spending loads of your time just doing the data cleaning instead of doing the real engineering work. To solve those issues, I know many of you have already started using AI for coding, accelerating the data cleaning process. So in this video, I will break down what an AI workflow actually is for battery data processing. We will look at the key components, how to structure it, and how it helps you to cut your data processing time while keeping your data quality consistently high. When I look at how people use AI for work, I see there are 4 distinct levels. Level 1 is the chatbot levels. That you copy-paste the messy code or error logs back and forth to chat with ChatGPT to debug your scripts. And I believe that a lot of people has moved this phase to level 2. So level 2 is that when you open Codex or Cloud Code or any other code agent, you describe the new file format and let it edit your scripts directly. So level 2 is a real step up compared to level 1, and it accelerates this scripts writing and debugging phase. But here is actually what happens when you stay here. So when a new testing file arrives, you could open a fresh chat and ask the agent to clean it. AI look at your repo to mimic your old code, but it always throws a little bit creative twist of its own. That's where the inconsistency starts in level 2. So sometimes AI rewrites existing functions in a way that you are not familiarized. So slowly your workspace fills up with unmaintained vibe code. And it becomes quite a nightmare to manage and maintain. And most engineers get stuck right here in level 2, using AI to generate one-off scripts over and over. So in this video, we are going to focus on how to move away from level 2 to level 3, building an AI workflow that turns chaotic battery test files into clean, standardized data every single time. So how do we set up an AI workflow? It's a structured system where an AI agent like Codex or Cloud Code coordinates deterministic tools under strict engineering rules. You need to configure an existing AI code agent with 5 core components for this case. What I call it's an AI harness. Let's break down what are those 5 components actually do. First, your AI instructions set the ground rules. Normally it's in Markdown file. I like to call it agents.md. So they tell the AI what its role is and what steps to follow. Second, your engineering SOP holds your domain knowledge. It tells AI how to map signals and handle units or any other nuance. Then the third is the schema and the configs, defines the input-output data structures. I like to use it in YAML or JSON file to define it. So they specify exact input formats and output expectations. The fourth part is the deterministic tools, which are doing the heavy lifting, like Python or MATLAB scripts. For example, Python will call pandas or NumPy library to do the exact data cleaning and conversion and the basic formatting. And the fifth is your validation checks, which act as the quality gate. They verify that the required columns exist, the values are valid, and nothing broke along the way. So together, those components turn an unconstrained AI model into a repeatable engineering workflow. Okay, once you have these 5 components set up, you have a solid AI workflow. So what happens when a new file arrives? Step 1, defining which is the job that the engineer should do. You define where the inputs and outputs locates, and then success criteria. You normally set this through prompt. Step 2, understand and decide. This is where the AI will take over. So the AI code agent inspects the raw files, checking the sheets, headers, and units. It will use the SOP and YAML schema that we defined in the earlier components to map those signals. If a signal is ambiguous, then it flags it and asks you to decide. So you are in the loop. If everything works well, then it will move to step 3, execute with the deterministic tools. So AI calls your approved Python tools and cleans the data, converts units. So it never invents its own formulas. It brings you into the loop instead. Step 4, automated validation checks will take over after the data is being converted. So if everything passes, it delivers you your cleaning data. If the validation steps failed, engineers will be informed to ask the next steps. So setting up an AI workflow doesn't mean that you are offhand and offload everything to the AI. Instead, engineers are always in the loop and you are making the critical decisions. You are the gatekeepers for high quality data. And you just give the rest of the maintain jobs to the AI. In the end, I want to walk you through how I set up a repository that uses AI automate the data processing. First, I have downloaded multiple cell testing data from the internet. And you can see the key piece is this file, the agent markdown. And it's sitting right in the project root. This is where I tell what agent should do. Basically, its job is data cleaning. Take the raw vendor Excel file and turn them into clean standardized CSV. Then I also spell out the workflow steps right here. The agent inspects the inputs, figure out what vendor format's looking at, run Python scripts in the execute step, and then validate the output. You can also see that I define it in a way the agent file doesn't try to cram everything in. It links out to my SOP, my schemas, my column mapping in this section. And those files lives in a context folder. So my agent file stays clean and easy to read. Here is a tip. You don't even need to write this file from scratch. If you know your workflow, you can just talk it through with the AI in chat, and it will format the agent file for you. So let me show you how it actually works. I have already give a prompt in the chat window using Gemini. It's very easy. Just say, convert this file to CSV. It will go through some thinking process and give me the results. And during this process, the agent asked me what my output file name should be look like because I defined this step in my SOP. So this is the results. Looks pretty good. If you want to check AI has been set in the proper way, you can give a prompt, tell me your thinking process. Then this is how actually I check AI is running based on my setups. Looks like pretty fine. I'm happy with it. Okay, that's it. That's how you combine AI with Python scripts to handle battery data standardization. And thanks for watching.